I've shown that I do. All I think about is you. And even when I'm with my boo.
Alright, so it's been another couple months, as you can see. And to be fair, I just realized consistency is kind of not my thing, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of. I'm pretty consistent with my TikTok if you want to go check that out, you know what I'm saying? Right here. A little plug, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, obviously, we're gonna do a little. I better not get fucking cancelled for this, yeah? Nobody get all, snowflake out here. I'm saying my opinions. I'm just reacting.
Gender and sex are different, and one doesn't mean the other. Like, me having a penis does not make me a man, or does not make me less of a woman.
Okay, already, right? I can't lie to you. I disagree with that. Because, okay, I don't know if this is just me, yeah? But I swear, the definition of a man is if you have a penis, yeah? Or like testicles, you know what I'm saying? Right? And a woman has to have a vagina. That's what gender stands for, correct? I swear gender stands for gender, like I might sound like a fucking idiot right now, but that's always how I felt. Genitals, gender, you know what I'm saying? It's kinda, it sound the same. But either way. No, I know couple of you will smash. Which one? Which one? Because I know a couple of you will still smash.
Children are capable of understanding their gender identity. 3, 2, 1, go.
I was 6 years old, and I have a clear, vivid memory of telling a friend walking down the street, I think I would have been better off born a girl. And I had my whole family, like half my family telling me, you can't be that. My friend telling me, you'll never.
Okay, so that was a boy, right? That was a boy, and now it's a girl. Okay.
Be female, and a therapist.
6 is a bit young though. 6 is very young. What the hell? When I was 6, I didn't even know about all this transgender shit. Transgender business stuff, right? I knew about it. When did I first find out about it? Like year 7, to be honest. Year 8, maybe. I didn't know anything.
Therapists tell me, like, oh, you'll never look female. Your hands are too big. Your voice is too low. And here I am, very female. Right. So I'd like to believe that I was right.
Yeah, I know when I was 7, I knew. But at the time, that was a few years ago, and there really wasn't any source of information available. But I knew there was something different about me. So kids know young, and we need to not necessarily say, okay, switch everything over right now, but we need to give them space to grow and understand what it is.
Gender roles are necessary. 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm with my man on the right. Gender roles are necessary because let me just explain, right? If there wasn't gender roles, right? How would they know? Okay, so I'm speaking for their perspective, right? If gender roles wasn't a thing, yeah, how would they know that they felt more comfortable in a different gender? You know what I'm saying? If everybody had the same role in society, then gender wouldn't necessarily be a thing, you know what I'm saying? But some people feel more comfortable doing masculine things and some people feel more comfortable doing feminine things, which is how they know whether they want to be trans or not, you know what I'm saying? That's just my point of view.
Gender norms and gender constructs, growing up, they hurt me. They were like,
you're a boy, you can't like dress up, you can't play with dolls. That just like made me like start to think that I wasn't made correctly.
But that is a gender norm though, isn't it? How boys can't wear, you know, all of that kind of stuff, and that's what makes someone want to be a girl, you know what I'm saying? So, in a way that kind of helped. I don't know what pronouns, I think she, right? I don't know, but yeah, that's probably what helped her, you know what I'm saying? Is it him or her? I don't fucking.
I wasn't right.
My view on gender roles as a whole is very based on my identity because like I'm non-binary. There's no like non-binary gender role, you know? There's like female and male, and then whatever's in between, you just kind of don't belong. I feel like not belonging, I'm like kind of building my own role, which is kind of weird, but like if it didn't exist at all, I wouldn't have to. No one would have to try and fit. No one would have to build their own role. And that's like a lot of where my view on this like stems from.
Yeah.
I'd like to throw one more thing in, is about gender roles and how hard I worked for 50 plus years trying to prove to the world I was the most masculine guy in the world. I spent a literal fortune buying every cool toy I could buy so I could go out and off-road better than anybody, fly an airplane better than anybody. I'll give you a hint, it doesn't work. It doesn't change who's inside of you. And so that whole concept of, well, you have to be this kind of a person or you're not whole is just wrong.
Well, okay, so as much as the gender roles are hurting by being so constricting, also that constriction is, a lot of that is what kind of helped me understand my trans identity. So
That's exactly what I was saying, I lie. That is, do you know what though? I can't lie to you. If I saw him walking on the street, I wouldn't think that he was trans. He looks like a man. You know what I'm saying?
the roles that are there, I didn't create them, but it exists. It exists. And I don't want it to exist in some of the ways that it does, but it does. Do I believe this should be widened? Yeah. So that's really what I've come to.
Gender reassignment surgery is necessary to be transgender. 3, 2, 1, go.
I'll go slightly here.
What's
There we
this?
go.
What's gender reassignment? What, like the surgery thing, where they have to like get the right genitals for their gender? I swear, if you don't get that, you're just transvestite. You're not transgender. I don't know, but I thought that that's how it was. Cause if you're still a man that likes to dress up as a woman or act like a woman, then you're a transvestite. And the same goes for women dressing as a man or wanting to be a man but not gone through the thing. I thought that was transvestite. Alright.
But it depends on the person. It very much depends
Oh,
on the person.
100%.
For me, it was kind of important. You know, it was just kind of the finishing step kind of thing. But a lot of people don't need it. The social transitions, the personal transitions and things that are much more important to people than the medical transition. But other people need that as a very important step to start their transition or finish their transition.
Before you have surgery, before you have hormones, before you tell anybody, and maybe even before like you really have a grasp of like what it is you're experiencing, you can already be your gender. My gender was female from the point that I, as a child, developed a sense of gender. I still get asked like, oh, like when you had your surgery, do you feel like a woman now? And I was like, not any more than I did last week,
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah. For me, I could definitely like go without it and still be 100% happy, 100% like confident as a woman. But I think it's just kind of like a cherry on top and like what eventually I'm gonna need to like complete the whole circle.
Being physically female is not even in like the top 10 things that make me feel like a woman. Like me having a penis does not make me a man or does not make me less of a woman.
It's interesting to look at this, the young folk, the old folk. And that's what I've seen through the years, is that it's less and less important to the young transgender people, but it still needs to be available.
Dating is difficult for me. 3, 2, 1, go.
Dating is very hard. The only kind of people that I attract are people that want to like fetishize trans people. So they'll be like, like you're so hot, I want to do this and this and this with you. But then I'm like, oh, but like let's go out in public, let's like go to dinner or something. They're like, ooh, I don't know about all that. Like I don't want my friends to know I'm dating someone like you. And it's like they feel like they have to come out as well as someone who's attracted to like a trans person.
I agree. It's confusing for them if they say like, oh, so am I like gay or something like that? And it's like, no, because I am attracted to straight men and like straight men are like attracted to me. Do you know what I mean?
Right, right. Like liking penis and liking vagina like doesn't make you gay or straight. It's like.
What? Okay, now that has got to be wrong or something. What the hell? So you're telling me I could like dick and I'm not gay? Nah. If I like dick, if I like penis, I'm gay. I don't like that, right? But if I was, I'm gay. What the? Okay. Well, okay. We'll hear her out. We'll hear her out.
It's like liking a man or liking a woman makes you gay or straight.
Exactly.
It's a little weird being like not a part of the binary, so people are really like, so what am I? What are you? Like, what is this?
Where do we fit together?
Yeah, it's kind of like, I think I like you, but I don't know what I like. What is this? I'm like, if you like, then take, you know?
They just want to like,
Go
put
for
like
it.
a label on everything.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
sometimes
I
we
think-
don't need that, you
I
know?
just think people need to stop with like, oh, I'm attracted to men, or like, oh, this. It's like, no, you're attracted to like a human being. You're attracted to a person.
Okay, no, but that's a preference, isn't it? Cause there's like them floating people, right, that are attracted to like humans as a body, right? They're not attracted to anything, right? So they're not bisexual. They're just what? Just attracted to like people. Do you know what I mean? My preference is a woman. You know what I'm saying? That's my preference. I like girls. That's my preference. Some people's preference is they just like everything. So that's actually sexuality that she just said. Nothing else. That's not a way of life. Well, no, it is a way of life, but it's not my way of life. So it's not everyone's way of life. So she can't just say that. You know what I'm saying? Because not everybody lives that way.
There are risks to being transgender. 3, 2, 1, go.
Transitioning is dangerous.
Yeah,
Transitioning
100%.
is not easy. Like I've been beaten. I've had death threats. I've had sexual assault. Someone threatened me of that. And I'm privileged in this community because of my race or because I transitioned younger. And the biggest problem is that trans women of color are the ones being murdered in this country. That like trans people of color are the ones at risk. And this is the real issue that people need to know about. But like, it is totally worth it because there's no life outside of this.
That's definitely real. That's real. So the fear of violence from others, yes, that's a risk. But I don't know. There's risks playing the stock market. There's a risk when you eat that McDonald's. Everything's a risk, you know, nowadays. But I feel like what's really worth it was my mental health. That's not a risk I'm willing to take because that's the real death.
I love my body. 3, 2, 1.
This one, yeah, mad. Okay? They should all love their body because they literally changed into what they want to be. You know what I'm saying? They should all love their body.
Go.
Yeah, we'll go all for it. Now, in my case, I really agree because this is the body I got. And one of the biggest things I did for myself was all during my cross-dressing days. I used to put on all the crazy foundation wear, trying to squeeze myself into something that I didn't fit in. And I looked at myself one day and I said, you know, you look as good as X number of regular women. Have I made a few changes? Yes, but that doesn't change the fact that I love who I am and what my physical presence is.
It's just so hard. It's so hard because like being told like women have this and women look like this and women, and it's like, then I don't look like that. So I must hate my body then because my body is what keeps me from looking like a.
Nah. I understand that, right? But that's not just for transgender people. That's for literally everybody. Everybody has this expectation of perfect, you know what I'm saying? But that's not like, I don't know how to say it. That's not right, you know what I'm saying? Your perfect is your perfect. See, me, like, okay, I'm not perfect, but I love my body. Like, I love, you know what I'm saying? Because it's who I am. You should just love who you are. It's you know what I'm saying? People just take it for granted, I feel like, sometimes.
Woman, but then I like get out of that like toxic mindset and I'm just like, wait, I am a woman.
I wish I had said strongly agree, but that's not the truth. And the truth is that I love my mind, I love my life, but there are days that I have where my self-esteem issues are so bad that I can't leave the room. And I almost didn't even go to my college graduation because I was like, I'm not female enough to graduate college or something. And all that being said, I have no regrets that was the thing. Because if I hadn't transitioned, I just wouldn't have a life at all.
Sometimes I wish I wasn't transgender. 3, 2, 1, go.
Literally me, literally.
Hang on.
No.
I often have told people that, you know, this is not something I would wish purposefully on my worst enemy.
Yeah, no, because, look, deep it, right? This isn't me being rude or nothing, right? But, like, when you think about it, it's not a nice thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're born and you don't feel comfortable in your own body. That's not a nice thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, just deep that for a second. Just deep it. You wake up, just imagine, like, let's just say tomorrow, you wake up, right, and you're just uncomfortable. Like, you don't feel like you're meant to be in your body. That's not nice. It's not a nice, like, experience or feeling, you know what I'm saying? Couldn't wish that on anyone, cause, you know.
You know, it's not pleasant. You go through all sorts of interesting changes. It cost me my spouse that I love dearly, but it was so important to me that it had to happen that I'm pleased that I did it. It's the best thing I've ever done in my life, but it's also something I'd never wish on anybody else on purpose.
For me, it's I'm just.
Yeah, I see. I agree with that one because, like, it's you're making the best out of a bad situation. You know what I mean? You transitioning is making the best out of a bad situation because you're making yourself feel more comfortable in your new body or your new body. But like you would still wish that you wasn't born like that. Do you know what I mean? Because it's an uncomfortable experience and it's not a nice experience going through all of that. So yeah.
Disagreeing because it's not the fact that I'm trans that I don't like. It's the discrimination that I face that I don't like. The intersections that I hold, being black, being trans, you know, you find like discrimination comes at you in different ways. And so that's really what I could do without.
Yeah, I think the main thing that I just like hate, like everyone else is saying, is the discrimination because it's the fact that like, oh, if I'm in a certain situation or oh, I'm somewhere, like I have to worry about my safety for like literally being like who I am in that sense. And it's like nobody should have to worry about like whether they're gonna like make it through something just for like being themselves.
so.
See, okay, I agree with that, but that's not just for trans, is it? That's for what? That's for women. That's for black people. That's for. Yeah, that's about it I can think of off the top of my head. Yeah.
True.
Obviously, I don't think this will ever like go away fully, but as I was like coming out, it like, I would like have times where I was like, God, I wish I wasn't like this. Like, I wish I wasn't trans because then like my life would be easier. I wish I was born a woman, or I wish that I was just like comfortable being male. And then I realized that like if I was born a female, like I wouldn't be a part of the LGBTQ community. I wouldn't have gone through the struggles that I have gone through, and like I would be a completely different person. And I love who I am, and so I don't think I would want to change that. And I'm proud to be trans.
Time for the Gina selfie. Everybody on this side of me, please.
All right. I guess this is where the video ends. Obviously, I'll be back in another 5 months, maybe 6. But obviously, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked the video, just like the video, yeah, and subscribe, and just follow my socials, because why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not? But yeah, I'll see you in another one.